Hotter weather is coming back, but so too is the dry. Hello, I'm Philip Duncan. Thank you for joining us. We've got a mostly dry week ahead, although we do have a few showers later on in the week as humidity starts to increase. On the wind map today, we've put in the air pressure for you. So you can see high pressure in this yellow-white colouring and low pressure in the blue-purple colouring, which you can see to our northeast, northwest, and right down here in the Southern Ocean. So let's start with this to the northeast. That is what was, I should say, Cyclone Wasi. It's another one that the Fiji Met Service over forecast, just like they did the other day with Vicky. Both of these storms very, very short-lived. None of the computer guidance matched what the Fiji Met Service was saying, but the lows are still there. So for Niue, still one to watch. A day of rough seas, heavy rain, and some blustery winds. Over here towards Australia, we've got Cyclone Esther. That is now moving through the Gulf of Carpentaria. It won't get much bigger than a Category 1, and then it makes landfall. But over New Zealand, high pressure. That is dominating really for the rest of February, although the leftovers of this system, once this high has moved through, will encourage a bit more humidity and a couple of showers around northern New Zealand at the end of this week. So let's make sense of it. Here's Tuesday. You can see a little bit of low pressure to our north. That's sort of being fed on from the system we had at the weekend. High pressure is moving in. There are a couple of showers around the outer edges. Maybe East Cape might get one, potentially Great Barrier Island. Otherwise, it should be dry around the North Island. Another cooler night tonight, but the heat is expanding on Tuesday. We had the cool down over the weekend. Now the heat comes back over the days ahead. In the South Island, a bit of rain around Fiordland, maybe a spit or two coming into Western Southland. By the middle of the week on Wednesday, you've got a northeasterly feeding further down the coastline. Things warm up more and more as we go through this week. A couple of showers maybe still existing around Gisborne and East Cape, and maybe one or two over on the west coast. There won't be much though. But once we get to Thursday, we do have a bit of a change coming through. Stormy weather in the Southern Ocean, pushing through strong westerly winds. Now, there's also the subtropical side being fed in, so it's going to get quite hot as we get into the end part of this week. Many places already, as of today, will be above average by day. The nights are still a bit cooler, but as we head through to later in the week on Thursday, definitely warming up above average in a number of places. We are still getting summer temperatures, but we're seeing an autumn weather pattern develop. By that we mean breaks between the highs, so we've got a high there and another one off the screen, and in between some rainmakers. That's a change that we get in autumn. And the other one, the stormy Southern Ocean. That's another sign that we're heading in towards autumn. Now, as we head in towards Friday, subtropical winds coming into the North Island, so it's humid. The overnight lows are much higher, warmer than average in many places overnight as well as by day. But you'll also be getting a mixture of drizzly showers in the morning and heavier rain or downpours into the afternoon. So there might even be a couple of thunderstorms around on Friday. In the South Island, a bit of rain on the west coast, otherwise it is dry. And our final map for Saturday, no real change. A couple of downpours on the west coast. That weather is coming out of the Southern Ocean and straight on in. In the north, it's messier. There is some subtropical element to that and some convergence. So more downpours, isolated thunderstorms. Great news for the drought zones. We're starting to see a little bit of a repeat, rinse and repeat. That's a good thing for droughts. We can get rid of them by death by paper cuts. That's basically showers after showers after showers, and you look back a month later and you say, wow, the drought's pretty much gone. So we're hoping that will happen, but really in March we'll be looking to the northwest, hoping that these rainmakers that are hitting eastern Australia will form a low and drop down towards us. We've got our fingers crossed for that, for our drought zones. But as we head in towards this Saturday, there's the next high. That is all from me. We'll see you again on Tuesday.